Hey y'all. Well, I was just finishing up my mascara on this last video that was a get ready with me, and I didn't actually, I was having a little talk, and right as I finished my lashes and I was done, it had just cut off. So I thought, well, do I come back and do another video when all I did was complete this look? So this was the look that I just did using the Chanel Mystic Eyes and some miscellaneous products like my DHC liner. I use the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. That's what I was ending on. I have my Lancome base. I have Chanel lipstick. So that was what I was doing. And then I was putting on some, after that I was putting on some Caudalie hand and nail cream. And I really was through. So I thought, well, don't do another whole video. And I thought, well, I was going to do this anyway afterwards. So now this is my completed look. I feel like it's just a very simple, soft look. This is, instead of soft rose, this is light rose. And so it's a little bit lighter. Instead of my usual blush, I'm using a, this blush was the by Terry blush, and it's very, very subtle. So I've got, you know, I feel like also that the Mystic Eyes eye palette is a really subtle look. I mean, there's not hard. I even used the dark brown in the crease, but it's still, once you blend it out, just a really soft look. The highlighter's a soft shell pink versus my white or champagne colors. I will say that this under eye concealer that I used, I think this is more of a color corrector because to me it's very yellow. But I'm not going to powder it because I have found when I powder concealer of any kind, I don't care what kind it is, I have such dry skin that adding powder to something that's wet just really highlights the wrinkles. And it really dries me out to have the powder sitting, and even if it's to, you know, people say, well, just dust it off good. It doesn't help. So anyway, I thought what I would do, which you can probably see in the title. Actually, I'm not even sure how I'm going to title this because of that run over. I went and did some shopping that I would like to share with you guys, and I'm trying to think, is there something that I don't have, but we'll find out. I did a quick run on my lunch break yesterday to these two stores that sit right next to each other, and they're competitors. So I'm like, why would you be sitting next to each other? But it's Yankee Candle, who I love, and Bath and Body Works, which I love. So I'm going to do the Yankee Candle first. I love Yankee Candle. It is one of my favorite candle companies. There are other candle companies that I use that I don't talk about that much. One of them is the Colonial Candle Company, and maybe y'all comment below if you're interested in seeing my favorite Colonial candle Colonial Candle Company candle. Anyway, alright, so what did I get? Well, first of all, I got a candle, and y'all, I am loving this. It's Yankee Candle Hello Fall Autumn Leaves. Well, I've smelled things like this before, but this, oh my gosh, that is like a cross between, okay, so I want to put this one out. Did y'all hear it, by the way? It crinkles. It's a wood wick, which means it crackles as it burns, and the fragrance is humidor. Actually, I'm not going to put that out because one thing about candles that you have to live with is once you light them, you have to be willing to let them burn until it burns all the way to the edge, which is usually about an hour or so. If you don't do that, y'all may have experienced this, to where it liquefies all the way to the edge. Then what is in the center, the little pool of wax, when you reburn that, it'll start going down deeper and deeper and deeper because you didn't get all the way to the edge. And so it like starts making a little bowl. So I'm going to let this keep going. I don't think it's going to hurt. It's a very subtle, again, it's wood wick, which I believe I got at Yankee Candle. Did I? Do you hear the noise? The little crackle sound? It says Virginia Gift Brands. Well, anyway, they carry this, if I remember correctly, Yankee Candle. WW Wood Wick. And it has it's an actual piece of wood for wick, so it makes a crackling noise. I love it. But I wanted to go ahead, and I'm going to take this back into my office when I'm through in here, because I know it'll take another hour, so I'm going to have to take these candles. You can't leave them unattended ever, ever, ever. But this is a really large, I'm trying to see if I can compare. Ah, I do. This is a White Barn. Okay, so this is Slatkin and Company, and this is the ones I usually get from Bath and Body Works. Look at the size difference. Look, this is much bigger. So this one's a little taller, but of course the wax doesn't go up that high. This one, the wax is right at the rim. Look at that. I love this beautiful fall color plaid. It's like a dark cream, almost a tan, and then a rusty red, almost like a rust-colored red, and then a navy blue, kind of a bright navy blue. So it does have a fall feel, and yet those are not really fall colors. Navy blue, red, and cream. I wouldn't think of fall, but okay, the smell. The smell, let me see if they have listed. They do not. Anyway, it's called Autumn Leaves, and it smells almost like Christmas with a fall undertone. It is the most unusual smell. I fell in love with it, and I thought, I gotta do this thing. So it's called Hello Fall. We're going to sit it right there. You're probably still going to hear the wood wick because I'm going to let it keep going. And when I go into my office, I'm taking both of them. My other office. There's this office where I film. And I may actually take the filming lights and the camera and have it in the other office. That is my backdrop now for when I, you know, a lot of times when I have filmed for my Pure Bible channel. That took a while to light. Always make sure your wicks are at a 1/4 inch or lower. These are 1/4 inch. Actually, I'd say these are right below a 1/4 inch. You don't want a lot of wick, y'all, because then the flame gets really too tall. Let's see. Looks about right. What do you think? And I like this big multi-purpose. I don't know what the multi-purpose of this is, except to light things. But I love that it's a rosy silver. I think that's so pretty. When I lay that down, I always touch it against my hand to see how hot did that end get when it took that long to light. And I always lay it where it's sticking out on the edge so that it can cool off a minute. So that's one of the things I got. The other ones that I got, things that I got at Yankee Candle, are room sprays, obviously, because they're aerosols and there's a flame in the room. I'm not going to spray them. But I will just tell you, I got Autumn Wreath and Spiced Pumpkin. These are my two favorite air fresheners to keep by the powder room for guests, or in the powder room for guests when they come over. When people come over and they come over to eat, or maybe they have an upset stomach or whatever, the worst thing in the world is your powder room is downstairs usually, by the kitchen or the entranceway or whatever, where people are. So if they got a little of a problem, always make sure you leave your fan on when people come over so that it's a noise buffer, in case there's a little noise in there. But also leave them a couple of choices of air fresheners. Now some people talk about the ones where you spray the actual toilet and it's got an oil so that after somebody does a number 2, it goes down, it stays down, and that color, that oil covers over with a scent. I just want to fragrance the air, and I want people to, also if somebody rushes in there and they've got an issue, they don't have time to look for potpourri or whatever it is and spray it on they just want to sit down and go to the bathroom. So you want to have this. Also, it's just a nice scent even if somebody isn't doing a number 2. But if they are, I think this is a huge courtesy to have for your guests in case they got a little bit upset stomach or they're just digesting well for the day. And they don't want everybody in the outside that room to smell it. They'd rather, let's have either Autumn Wreath or Spiced Pumpkin. I always choose something that's seasonal, or I always have one of them that's in there that's kind of a year-round scent. And I try not to do the ones that have to do with a food, like vanilla cupcake. It just doesn't go in a bathroom. Food and food. No. Okay, so I love these. I think they're beautifully packaged. This beautiful gold, brushed gold, and then the silver top. It will go with almost any decor, modern or country or traditional or whatever you it's very elegant, and yet it's kind of homey too. So I love these. Two of my favorites, Spice Pumpkin, I gotta say, is probably one of my all-time favorites, period. But I do like Autumn Wreath. And then at Christmas time, you'll see me probably do another haul of these, and it will be, I love their Christmas ones a lot. So we'll just wait till then. And then I think also, was this, I think this also was from them. Hold on. Now I don't remember which store I got it from. But I thought I need to clean out from underneath the cabinets and kind of put all my air fresheners, hand towels, because I also keep out, you know, the little disposable hand towels and a regular cloth hand towel, because I want people to choose what they'd like to use. Some people do not like to use paper. Other people do not want to use a towel someone else has used. So if I put one out that is cloth, I always put at least 2 or 3 out when I have guests over, so that you don't have to use one somebody else just used, especially in this day and age. But I've always been that way. But also I always have the paper ones, and that's just the long rectangle, really they're napkins, or either the linen ones, which they're a little tougher, but you can throw them away, and they're pretty. So I usually have packs for different occasions, and they're all underneath the cabinet. And so this is just a good little organizer. It has little handles, and it's chicken wire, so you can see through. And I thought, well, I could use this for about a billion things, you know, for decor, or, you know, if people are coming over and you want to put a couple of containers in here, that one that has napkins, one that has forks and a spoon. There's just so many things you could do with this. You could put a pretty little couple of plants in here, a couple of ferns, and let that sit out, because it's all, you know, outside materials. I would probably put it under a covering. But anyway, I thought that's what I'm going to use this for. And if I really like it downstairs, I might go back and get another one. Oh, I just remember where I got this. I got this from Michael's on sale because it was 40% off. So this is kind of like also a Michael's haul. And then we are going to move to